Shalom Holy Blossom, it's Rabbi McCarroll here. This week in our Torah, we're found in Parashat Chaye Sarah, which means the lifespan of Sarah. Although it begins with the passing of our matriarch Sarah, it goes on to acknowledge and honor her life and celebrate it, and our commentators make much of this idea that the parasha is called Chaye Sarah, the life of Sarah, and not the death of Sarah. One of the ways that she is honored is by her husband Abraham in the very first verses of our parasha, negotiating with his neighbors, the Hittites, to buy her a burial plot. He is not a local of the area that they are found in, and so he negotiates with the local community. They are incredibly kind to him, and they say, yes, please honor your dead, please buy this burial plot, choose which one you want, choose the best one. And they even offer to give it to him for a discount, and Abraham insists on buying it full price. So there are a couple of things that come out of this. The first is that our commentators ask about, well, why is Sarah honored in this way? Why is the parasha called Chaye Sarah? Why does Abraham go to all this effort? What is the lesson here? And what we really learn is that is a lesson in compassion and kindness and empathy, as Abraham seeks to honor his wife in these initial examples of Jewish burial rites, and a lesson in compassion for him towards his wife, and a lesson in compassion from the local Hittites towards Abraham as well. And we also learn from our commentators that why is there so much focus on this idea of Sarah's life being acknowledged? It's because all of her years, according to Rashi, were equally good. So I've been thinking a lot about this in the context of our community and what we might learn about being good and compassionate from our original patriarch and matriarch Abraham and Sarah for this week, and what is on the horizon at Holy Blossom. So the first thing is that we know that Out of the Cold began last week. We've been able to welcome in guests once more during the cold winter months, to provide them with a safe place to rest for a couple of hours, not overnight, but to come and play some games, do some art, listen to some music for a few hours on a Thursday night, and to receive a hot meal, and to receive some snacks and a sandwich for the next day as well. We are really proud that we're partnering with Ve'ahavta for the soup portion, and that relationship continues, that our community is working together for mutual kindness and mutual compassion for our neighbors and our guests. So much thanks to that team and to Rabbi K for that happening. The next is that we, like Abraham and Sarah, can be models of welcoming and a warm welcome this coming Shabbat with our Shabbat of Welcome. You'll see that there's much happening on both Friday night with a wine and cheese, with our beautiful, regular, joyful, musical Kabbalat Shabbat service, with our very first Shabbat B'yachad. So we encourage families and children to come along, and there will be some learning and music and activities for you too. And then the fun continues on Saturday morning with both a family service and our beautiful Mishkan service as well, that we may welcome in new members, and that we as a community take on the mitzvah of Abraham and Sarah of Hachnasat Orchim, welcoming our guests, as they did in last week's Torah portion in Vayera, when they welcomed the three men into their tent, and Abraham and Sarah find out they will have their son Isaac. And finally, you might have seen Rabbi Slansky's message last week. We have a past congregant and a dear relative of current congregants. Her name is Miriam Tabak, and she is in need of a liver transplant. You can refer to Rabbi Slansky's message for how to reach out to the relevant organizations to find out a bit more of what is needed, and let us be a kind and caring and compassionate community, and spread the word and help her to get healthy again. So we learn from our patriarchs, our matriarchs, our Torah, our text, our tradition, about how we may be kind and compassionate and welcoming and helpful to the world around us, and to make it a more holy place as a community. We hope you will take up any or all of these mitzvot, and we can't wait to see you on Friday and Saturday for our Shabbat of Welcome. We'll see you there.